of the Zero Garbage family. It's always our pleasure to have you back. You make our day. In today's video, we are going to be learning about an unprecedented situation in Haiti, which is currently threatening the future of our young ones, and a possible real-life solution to that problem, which does not exclude your possible role. Stay on, don't go away. Of the Zero Garbage family, and for those who are new in this channel, now is the time. Before you forget, please click on that red subscribe button in the corner, turn on the notification bell, join the Zero Garbage family, and just get ready to enjoy our company. The environment is polluted from natural disasters, from human actions, from several unprecedented causes. The environment of our children in Haiti is deteriorating at an unprecedented rate. What are going to be the consequences? The health of our children. What are we doing about it? The situation in Haiti is getting out of hand. Our children's future is in our hands. Are we going to sit, fold our hands, and watch our environment escalate into a level that can no longer support life for our children? Just take a look, please, at some of these alarming photos. Come with me. Continually with our brothers and sisters in Haiti from the disaster that they have experienced over the past few years. We understand that it might be really difficult to readjust to normal life. That might explain why some people in the cities of Haiti have resorted to the dumping of trash all over the streets. It's understanding their frustration, their disappointments, their hardships. However, that is not the solution to those natural disasters. The dumping of trash on the streets cannot be a solution. That instead represents a bigger problem, which needs urgent attention before things escalate to a level where life becomes practically impossible for our young ones in that country. Well, the answer is no, because we have some conscious young people such as Route 1804, an association of young people from around the world who have taken it upon themselves to source a practical solution to the problem of indiscriminate waste disposal on the streets of Haiti. Route 1804, partnering with the Zero Garbage Garden, is working out a solution to the problem of indiscriminate waste disposal on the streets of Haiti. If we love our kids, we have to take action about this issue with a sense of urgency. What future does the kids, the youths, the babies being born in Haiti have for the future? What future are we living for them? The simple model demonstrated by the Zero Garbage family in this video is cost effective. It's attainable by the grassroots population in Haiti. It's efficient and has the potential of minimizing the waste management issues in the streets of Haiti to a significant level. Do you think you can play a role in the solution to the waste management issue in the streets of Haiti? Of course, you can be part of that solution. Beginning with the most simplest things. Just share this video. If you share these videos far and wide around Haiti, you are becoming a part of that solution of waste management issues that is currently plaguing Haiti and threatening the future of young people currently growing up in that country. The best way to love our children is to secure their future. The best gift you can give a child is to preserve the environment of that child. The best way to show a child that you love that child is to ensure that that child's future is not jeopardized. The best gift a parent can ever give a child is to leave an inheritance for that child. Leave a heritage, a legacy, something that that child can be proud of in the future. And the best heritage we as parents can leave for our children is a clean air, a clean environment to sustain their lives in the future. So what is the Zero Garbage waste management model that is transferable to Haiti as a solution to the indiscriminate waste disposal on the streets of Haiti is all about? Let's have a look. So what is a composter? A composter is a unit in which people can dump all the waste generated from their kitchen and allow the waste to sit for a while nature plays its role to transform the kitchen waste into very rich manure that can be recycled back into the garden to grow organic food crops without the use of chemical fertilizers. Having a composter as a disposal unit for your kitchen waste at the back of your house allows you to process your own soil instead of constantly buying soil. You can make your own soil from your kitchen waste, which will allow you to grow your own food organically without the use of synthetic fertilizers that will further compromise your health. If you develop the habit of composting your kitchen waste instead of throwing them on the streets, you can make a fortune out of it. Your kitchen waste is a prize if you allow it to happen. Put your kitchen waste into a composter instead of dumping them on the street. Allow Mother Nature to work the miracle over your kitchen waste in the composter and transform it into a fortune, rich manure that you can now recycle into your garden to grow your own organic food. Follow me as we demonstrate how to construct a practical composter that is cost-effective and efficient for household kitchen waste management. So we are having visitors in the Zero Garbage Garden today, and this is members of Route 1804, an NGO that is trying to help with development in Haiti, which has experienced a series of natural disasters. And one of the problems that resulted from that natural disaster is waste management. The people in the main cities unable to manage their household wastes properly, and this organization Route 1804 thought they could do something about it. They've contacted the Zero Garbage Garden, actively on the ground doing a lot about household management, waste management, to assist with what they are going to introduce to people in Haiti to help them to better manage their household waste. So this is the CEO of Route 1804. This is the president of Route 1804. This is a member of Route 1804, and this is another member. So these are strong people with a good spirit from Haiti, thinking of their motherland, and do want to do something to save the situation about poor waste management in Haiti. Let's listen to the CEO say something about that.
Okay, so we're basically here to learn more about what you're doing, because we appreciate that using waste, and then it's better for our environment and stuff like that. But us, for Haiti, it will be better. It will be good, because we need the compost to grow, to regrow the country, and to get them from this ground level, ground to for them to grow.
You want them to use the concept that we are using here, the Zero Garbage Garden, which we already discussed in another video.
Yeah.
To help to see how the people can better manage the waste in the cities.
So basically today is just to learn about how to make a composter. A composter. That's it. Today. Yeah.
Route 1804 is trying to introduce the concept of composting in Haiti, which they believe if the people in Haiti should embrace, it might help them to reduce the amount of waste that they have on their streets. And the Zero Garbage Garden, being a small model here in the United States that does a lot with composting of house waste, is going to set up a little model today. We are going to demonstrate to whoever in Haiti that is interested in composting their household kitchen waste, how to construct the composters and put them in use. So we are going to start by showing them what a composter, a wooden composter, looks like. Here is one of them right here. This is a composter. So this is an example of what you are going to be constructing for Haiti. It's just like a box and a lid in which they will put in all their kitchen garbage, including also the leaves from their yard, and then cover it up and allow Mother Nature to do the rest of the work, transforming this into soil, manure, rich manure that they can use to grow their crops productively. Yes, you have questions?
Yes. Now, how long does it take to become soil?
Well, it could take 1 year, it could take 2 years, depending on how much you are putting in and the texture of what you are putting in. If you are putting in mostly soft things from the kitchen, like these orange peels, it will take like within 1 year you should be able to harvest manure, and the manure is going to come from the bottom. However, if you are putting leaves and twigs and some branches, it will take a little longer, at least 2 years, before you are able to harvest any manure from this composter. This is the wooden one. We have some plastic ones over there, but she recommended these wooden ones for Haiti because they are much, they can cost effective. Yes, yes, like she said, they are cost effective and like zero good. She said it in the other video. The money you use in Haiti is called good, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the people can use recycled materials and make this composter, the wooden one, for free if they just get this from construction sites.
The soil, it comes down in the ground and you just dig it out, or do you have to open this up again?
This is the door. So when it's time to harvest, we take this lock off and this door opens, and then you take soil from under
there.
Yes, okay. Because these are fresh stuff that you are putting in, but the bottom has been there for a while and has had time to decompose and turn into soil. So you harvest the soil from the bottom.
Right. Okay.
While you continue putting more on the top.
And if does the bags get rotten?
Well, that is why it is painted. Every wood is organic matter.
Yes.
So if it stays out here long enough, it's going to decompose. They are all decomposable. Even though this looks like solid, it's wood. With time, it's going to decompose and turn into soil also. However, if you paint it, you prolong the lifespan. That's why you see it's painted.
Makes sense.
Yes. And being that it is wood and recycled wood, you don't worry too much about it getting damaged after a few years. Your purpose has been accomplished. By the time it's getting decomposed and breaking off, you've already accomplished your purpose of using it as a composter and getting manure for your garden. And anticipate changing this every 5 years or something like that.
Makes sense.
But if you paint it, it might stay much longer. You just keep an eye on it, and when it starts breaking off, you change it again with another recycled material, which is what they pay. Because it doesn't take a lot to construct it. It doesn't cost you money to buy the wood. It's from recycle, and the construction process is not tedious either. So you can change them as conveniently as you want, whenever you want to.
Very good, thank you. And the plastic ones?
Any other question? You want to see the plastic one?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So the plastic ones are this way.
Like how much is the plastic one?
They vary based on their sizes and the company that is manufacturing them. This is the plastic composter. Not as cost effective as the wooden one. It's more difficult to process plastic from recycle. Yeah, it requires some higher technology, you know. So, but people who can afford to purchase it can purchase it. Like she's asking, how much does it cost? It depends on the size and the company that is manufacturing them. This size was purchased for, I think, $380. But you have smaller sizes that go from like $80 up. Yes. So you can see it's kitchen waste that is inside. The top is like nothing is happening, but this is the door. You saw the door I showed you in the other one, yes. So when it's time to harvest, this comes off. You can see it coming off. So it comes off here, and this is the door. We take it up to this level, up to this level, so we can take out only the bottom door. And if you notice, you can see that all of this is growing out of the manure. That is, like, you call it good news. Yeah. That is it. It's telling you that that soil underneath is ready for use
and healthy. So
those are some indicators to tell you that you can already start harvesting your manure from the bottom.
So at this point, it's already earth.
Yes, I told you. See, this is an indicator right here. You can see everything else is dead around here, but this is doing very lush, very nicely. It's flourishing. Why? Because of those nutrients that are underneath there. It's already telling you, if you take your soil from here, that is what your plants are going to look like.
And
you see? Yes.
Question.
Yeah.
More questions. Snow, weather, heat. Is it an issue with that? When there's heat, when it's too hot in the summer?
As you can see, it's obvious that weather can be a problem. You can see how this color is changing. You can see it's weather damage right now, but the color is changing. However, being that this is plastic and it was manufactured for outside use, according to the paperwork, when you purchase this, it is weather resistant up to an extent. Everything has a limit, right?
Yes.
Right. Yes, I think they said like 5-year guarantee that this will last. After that, it's not, you don't know, it might start breaking off, but at least also it has served your purpose for a while. However, it is weather resistant up to a limit. This is winter, of course, and you can see it's doing just fine. It's just doing fine. The only thing with winter, it slows the process of decomposition.
Slow it, yes.
Because it's just like now everything in here is in the refrigerator.
Yes.
Right. Yes, it just slows down the process. So we are not making the plastic one, we are making the wooden one.
The smell.
The smell for the composter?
Yeah.
No, the way they are, the way it is, there's no, we don't really have any issue with smell. I would think that it's going to do that, but we don't. Unless if you, in really hot days in the summer, if you open the plastic composter, you might feel a little pushback. Yes, because there's a lot of things going on in there. You might feel a little pushback, but once you close it, it's fine. Yes. If it wasn't, if it was something that was going to be a hazard, it wouldn't be in the market approved for city use. Even when I bought it, I was also thinking that way. But when I started using it, I saw how practical it was. Yes, there's no smell. Unless you open it and you are right next to it, you feel anything. But once you walk away from it, that's it. Yes, no one around here has complained about anything. And it doesn't even, you would also think that it might bring flies, but it doesn't. It doesn't. Any crawling thing that helps with that decomposition, they're just inside and they get inside. The summer when you come, you're going to see.
Need 1/2-inch plywood. It has to be thick enough so it doesn't, be strong. Paint the outside of it and the bottom. 4x4s underneath it, the base of it, to keep it off the ground so it won't rot as fast. Okay, so when you cut, let's say for instance, if you're gonna, let's say this is your bottom piece here, okay, right here. All right. So you'd want to cut your bottom piece. Take 3 of these across. 1, 2, 3. This is going to be the bottom, right? It's upside down. You're looking upside down now? Yes. Or even like this. Here we go, like this, okay? That's what you want to do. You screw it from here. Okay? So you have 3 of these going across. They'll keep you off the ground, right? So that's your base. And then you just take, so if your base, let's say for instance, 1 by 1 feet, it'll be bigger. Okay, so you're gonna measure your pieces that height as well. So the width, I mean, so 1 by 1. Okay, make a duplicate of it. So 1 by 1 feet, say 1 foot high, or 2 feet high. All right, screw them on, and then you measure your inside. It's obviously going to be the same height as the other one, right? So measure your inside piece, and then you screw them. You screw them together like this. Let's say this is your plywood here, okay? So you would screw it together like that. You know what I mean? Your sheets. Let's say this is a sheet going up. You would screw that together like that. And if you really want to make it strong, you get 2 by 2. Then you could put the 2 by 2 in between it and screw it to the 2 by 2 as well on both sides. It'll make it very strong that way.
So where do we start now? By cutting the plywood or?
Yeah, I don't have a pencil now, but
Use a pencil right here.
well, it's broken. I broke it.
You see what I said? You have a knife?
No, I'll get it.
It's okay. I have some.
I'll give you a pencil.
Oh, okay, you're handy. It's handy, very handy. That is a nice sharpener. In those days, that is how we used to sharpen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back in the days, honestly.
I guess that would do.
Good job.
We'll make it. This will be the base. We'll make it small.
So the size will depend on how much space you have in your yard.
Right.
That's it.
1 foot.
So he is actually demonstrating right now how to construct a wooden composter, something that can be emulated in Haiti. So Group 1804 wants to transfer this composting concept to Haiti, and they are making every effort to get a demo that would help people over there to learn exactly what to do to construct composters for themselves using recycled material, recycled wood, and everything else that they can lay their hands on.
Okay, so there's your bottom, there's your sides, just like that.
Okay, I get it now.
Okay? They're all the same.
Yeah.
Okay? Alright, so once you get it there, you can, to make life easier, get a 2 by 2 and stick it, make sure this is flush. Put your 2 by 2 here, okay? Screw this side into the 2 by 2 and this side into it as well. You know what I mean? So it'll make it strong, plus it'll keep it kind of square for you.
Right.
Do the same with that one, like that. Okay? So once you got it square, you want to make sure it's square. Put a square on it this way, you know, like this square this way. Make sure it's square, okay?
Right.
And then, all you gotta do to make life even easier is do this. I've done this before, so you can go like this, if you want, instead of measuring it, so it'll be perfect this way. Like that. I'll show you better this way, hold on. So get these like that. Make sure they're squared up, right? Okay. Then
You want me to hold it?
no, let go of it. Leave them like that. Make sure they're square. All right. Put your next sheet here. Make sure these are square. Make sure it's flush here. Put it here, and then you can just draw your line on this side. So you got a perfect piece, right? And then you can trace it to make another one for that side. There's your box.
Right.
Pretty complicated, huh? Come on.
Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so that's it for your box. Make sure you put your. Oh, it's important because you pointed this out to me. It's a really good idea. Drill 1/2-inch holes, at least that big, in the bottom. A lot of them, but not so many that's going to fall apart. So that way you got drainage, and also drill holes in all the sides too. Make sure that they can have oxygen to breathe.
Oh, okay.
And if you don't mind rodents in it also, which is a good idea, is to keep the lid off, especially in the winter. You let that stuff compost, you know, and the stuff in the bottom is going to compost first before the stuff at the top. So
You said keep the lid off?
yeah,
Just like over there.
Keep the lid off when you can.
exactly.
Because sometimes you need the lid on to keep down the odor. So, but whenever you can, like during the winter, we leave it open to allow water, rainwater, because you know this cycle in nature is what leads to the decomposition of all those things. Rain falls, they need that moisture with those crawling insects. Water is very, very important for decomposition. So if it is totally isolated with water, you can keep those leaves in there for years and nothing will happen. That is why if you are going to keep it closed, you need a little holes in them, so water can still trickle in.
Maybe like.
And of course, the crawling insects in there that help for the decomposition are living things, so they need oxygen to breathe and survive. So you want to make it as little air to go in and water also to trickle in to allow things to happen naturally as in nature.
The one that you have over there, it has the holes in it?
Yes.
Okay.
All of them?
Yeah, you did notice the holes?
No, they're not all done. But when you get your box built, also a good idea is just take your last sheet and just set it on top of that box and just trace it, and then it'll be a perfect size for you, right? You know what I mean?
Let's walk over there now so you see.
That'll be your
Yes,
lid.
so you see the hole. And if you notice also,
Give the other one over
yes,
there.
in the bottom there's also holes so that water does not stand in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's
So
good
it drains
drainage.
out, so-
So little holes like this, not big ones.
Yeah.
Not
No,
big
well,
holes,
you
bigger
can
than
go
that.
like that, 1/4 inch is fine, but you got to use a lot of them, you know, by air in.
And even the plastic one also, you see there are
Also the holes in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
they
whole
also
one,
have
yeah.
holes. As you say, you look at all of this,
Hey, Jack Frost.
oxygen can go in. These are all
No, that's
so that is why it has to be. Perforation is very important.
yeah, that's important.
Yes, to allow nature to take its turn.
Okay.
Okay. So the only thing you just build an open area right there.
Always make sure that there's a door.
Yeah.
Because when you go to harvest, you're not going to start removing everything. That's a lot of work.
Right.
Yes, you just allow a door so you can go with your spade deep enough to pull. As
Now,
you are removing,
always the stuff at
then
the bottom's gonna
the
be
top
ready.
one is sinking.
It's
Right.
collapsing. Okay,
Yes,
good.
yes, that is what happens.
Yeah.
Like he said, sometimes when it's raining, we leave this open. You see how dry it is?
Yeah.
If it's too dry, the
No.
composition is gonna be slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes we just leave it open.
Right.
Yes, they come out again like. crazy.
Doesn't matter. What do you do when there are so many flies? You just let them be natural?
Like what
or-
I've said,
Yeah, that's normal.
it's not like they're flying all around here. They are inside.
Okay.
They are inside.
It's
We've
natural
never, you see,
anyway.
we do a lot of gardening here. This has never been a problem to us. But when the real peak hot season, if you open here, you like the steam.
Okay.
Yes, you might not be able to stand it. So we just open fast, dump what we want to do and go. Open fast, dump what we want to do, dump and go. It's just that steam, and then if you look well, you also see a lot of them crawling. But it's not really. You just, if you understand what is going on in there and you know that is what it's supposed to be, you're just comfortable around it.
Okay, makes
Yes.
sense.
And if somebody has a big yard, also you can do as well is just you find a corner and just put it back in there as well. You know, you can do that with compost. You can leave it outside. It'll work really good as well.
It's not uncomfortable at all. If you even watch some of our videos when we are harvesting, we are putting them on top of here. Because unless you open it, you might not even think anything is happening there. Unless you open it. It's so comfortable.
Okay. So
Yes. The only time you feel a little uncomfortable is in the middle of the summer, very hot, when you open it and the steam
comes up.
hits
It
you.
makes sense.
Yes. right? They have cattle even in Haiti. So even if it's not horse, they have other kind of livestock.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So that's
easy.
Yes. So whatever the remains of the livestock, instead of throwing it, you can just take it and sprinkle it inside also, because you cannot use it immediately.
Yeah.
You risk infecting yourself with E. coli. The livestock remains, don't put it on your plants immediately. They also go in there.
Okay.
And stay for a year.
Yes.
That's a good thing to know.
So that they break down. Yes.
Some animal farms
Most villages,
have mountains of it. And they can't
most
get rid of
villages
it.
that
They'd
do
rather you
poultry,
take it, you know.
poultry for example,
Yes.
they clean their poultry and they just take it and go and put it underneath their growing vegetable that they will eat in a few months. No, it's not correct. Yes, it's not correct.
E. coli, yeah,
Yes,
I see what you mean.
that is where they get
Yeah.
some of the infections, and some of them are not even aware of that.
Yeah, I found it online. It's true. You got to wait 1 year, and it's best not to let it touch your plants either. And don't use mulch because it can ruin most plants. Can't take that. You know, like wood chips. It can actually harm your plants. It can kill them.
Is it because of the treatments that are in the wood
I think it
chips?
sucks up all the nutrients or something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
also
Wood chips.
is the nutrients.
Very
When
little.
we first started this garden,
Yeah.
I went to one farm over there. At that time, I don't have all of this. But right now, we don't take anything external anymore because we don't even want to bring external. When we used to bring things from outside, sometimes you have poison ivy growing here. So we're just trying to control all those things. So we don't bring things externally anymore. So I went to one farm and got wood chips. I thought it was good. I didn't know. I came with after the first time I built this thing, I put wood chips here and then I put topsoil over here. He had an idea. He told me that thing you're doing, you're not going to like it. I thought he was. I said, what do you know about gardening? So I just went ahead and I planted my stuff that I've nursed somewhere else. Then after 1 week, I saw everything was turning red.
No, I work for landscape.
I said, what?
You can use a little
I
bit.
look at it. I said, so you were right. What happened to the place where I didn't put it? Everything was fine. But in these boxes where everything was just dying, they would turn red and cranky and very they were really sick. So he said, didn't I tell you?
So it sucks up all the oxygen or the good.
Is the treatment that those people in those wood industries
Yes, use
in those that wood, the chemical, there are chemicals in them that are really not good for.
Thank you so much. Very enlightening.
So
today.
much information.
Yes, that is very resourceful.
So what I did, I had to remove all the mulch and dump it somewhere else. And about 3 years later, that's when I was able to use it when it has turned into soil.
Wow.
Oh,
3
wow.
years. It took 3 years.
Yes, almost 3 years. Because it's hardwood.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was hardwood. It's not like grass that within 1 year you can use.
Right.
Yeah, that's hardwood.
Now that I think about it, as effective as possible.
Yeah. So anyway, there's the design. You can make anything out of it.
All right, I appreciate it.
So much information. Thank you guys. You're welcome.
So after watching this video and learning all these practical ways in which you can manage your own waste from your kitchen instead of dumping them on the street, please reconsider your actions. This baby does not need the excess material belongings that you shower him with. What he does need is a green heritage. This baby does not need a mansion constructed with raw materials that compromise the value of our rainforest. What he does need is an intact woodland serving as a gene bank. So who is to blame for the uncertain future of our babies? Take a look at yourself in the mirror. Thank you for playing a positive role in this problem by sharing these videos so that the grassroots population in Haiti can embrace this concept of the zero garbage garden, the composting of their kitchen waste, easy management of their household waste, turning their household waste into something beneficial again to them, while at the same time solving the problem of indiscriminate waste disposal on the streets of Haiti that is culminating into soil pollution, water pollution, air pollution, and very soon there are going to be all sorts of outbreaks if this solution is not put into practice immediately. Outbreak of cholera, dysentery, of all kinds of diseases associated with the spread of bacteria and viruses from the decomposition of all those wastes on the streets of Haiti. That can result to outbreak of all sorts of diseases, including cholera, diarrhea, dysentery, and other forms of illnesses that would even further aggravate the current dilemma Haiti is facing. There's need for an urgent action, and we can all be part of that solution. And you can begin by taking the most simplest step. Let it reach the common person in Haiti who is responsible for indiscriminate waste disposal on the streets of Haiti. Let them learn in this video a simple concept that will help them to better manage their household waste and contribute in a significant way to solving the problem of waste management on the streets of Haiti.
Hello, is this your first time visiting this channel, the Zero Garbage Family channel? If so, please do not forget to subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you never ever have to miss any of our videos. Thank you.